Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning. Whenever you see this, it's whatever good it is. This is your South Philly Joe. I haven't been on for a while, but I've been busy. In any case, I'm here today to talk about another asshole, and I'm talking a big asshole. We've talked about a lot of assholes in the past, but, let's go through a few. We went through Joni Ernst. We went through Jeff Van Drew, and we went through Jim Jordan. Now we look at Devin Nunes. What a creep this guy is. He deserves the worst. Well, let's look a little into Devin Nunes. Where did he start in all this shit? Well, first of all, he's of Portuguese descent. No, that's not a problem. He comes from ancestors from the Azores. You know, they I guess that relate. It was essentially part of the country of Portugal, and his ancestors were from there. They come to California. He gets involved with agriculture. Okay, he gets himself a degree, and I think a master's degree in agriculture, and he makes his money with farming and shit. He served, I guess, in California in the agricultural department for the USDA. That was through George Bush. Later, he eventually gets into running for Congress, which he becomes, I believe, a congressman in 2002. Before that, he lost an election. So anyway, he's part of the 22nd Congressional District, which is a very, very conservative district, okay? And he's, of course, very, very conservative. Now, he is placed on the House Select Intelligence Committee in the 112th Congress, and as well on the 114th. He considers the environmental lobby to be followers of neo-Marxist, socialist, Maoist, or communist ideals. And I don't know if he knows the difference between them. I guess he doesn't. He just includes them all. He calls global warming nonsense, and any droughts in California he considers man-made. So we got a real winner here. So let's go into his committee work, because this is where the dirty dealings really begin. Now, first of all, he's part of the investigation on Benghazi. Okay, so Benghazi happens in 2012, and then later he gets involved with Benghazi. And in 2 years of investigations, they come up with no evidence of wrongdoing, though he's trying to go after them. Okay? So already this guy, you can tell he's real partisan. Okay? Now, then, in 2015, he gets in a problem with the Pentagon because he wants to have an intelligence center placed where? Of course, in the fucking Azores, where his ancestors were from. So they want to move it, okay? And move it to the Azores, okay? And, of course, the Pentagon was against this, and Nunes says it would save money because there was a lower cost of living in having this facility there and lower construction costs, okay? So, again, he wants to have this base in Portugal, which is technically the Azores are part of Portugal, okay? So, but the real deal is Nunes with the Russian investigation and Trump. And you know that he was head of the House Select Intelligence Committee, and he made life difficult for just about everybody who was a Democrat trying to get information about what the president did and his people with Russia. So he was stonewalling all over the place. But he's well known for the bullshit that occurred when he, quote unquote, met with a fucking source of information, a whistleblower, he called it. Okay? These whistleblowers were not whistleblowers. They were actually White House officials. It was Ezra Cohen and Michael Ellis. And of course, the New York Times reported on this, and what essentially happened was all this information, this whistleblower information, came out on his own. He got it from the White House. He exposes it to the media, says that Trump is being surveilled by illegal FISA surveillance, and that it was unrelated to Russia, which was bullshit, because it was. The surveillance was on Michael Flynn. But he makes a big deal of this shit like he's got some secret info, but he's getting it from the fucking White House itself, and he's not supposed to reveal this shit to the media. He's supposed to go to his own fucking committee, which he did not do first. He did it in the media, and he goes to the president and shit. Okay, and in that there may have been classified information. You don't reveal shit like that. And they called his tune on it, but don't forget the Republicans were in control of that committee at the time. And anytime they tried to find out any of the classified information he had, they stonewalled him. So essentially, he got called on it, but they couldn't do anything about it. This should start sounding familiar. People getting away with shit. Okay? And he's been stonewalling left and right, and he's been behind Trump. And we do know, by the way, he said there was nothing going on with Trump and Russia, and everybody's clean. And we know Flynn was indicted and convicted. All right? Well, he pleaded guilty, and he got Manafort. So we don't have to go into that, but you know that Nunes is a bullshitter right there. Now, he is on the impeachment committee with the intelligence committee, and you know what he was doing there. He says, I want to know the whistleblower's name. And isn't this ironic that this piece of shit wants to know the whistleblower's name? Well, he wasn't going to give it up when he had the quote-unquote whistleblower for Trump earlier, in which I described, but he wants it now because it's related to hurting Trump. Okay? So, this windbag, this Trump supporter, this partisan asshole, who's blocking everything, just blocking fucking everything and helping out the criminals, it turns out, while this investigation is going on for information on the impeachment, this fucker was part of it himself. Because apparently this fucker had a relationship with Lev Parnas. You know, Lev Parnas is somebody who was born in Ukraine and Odessa. At the time it was the Soviet Union, but he came to the United States, and later he sold real estate for Trump co-ops in New York, and he's an associate, of course, with Rudy Giuliani, another corrupt individual. So he gets called on this tune too, because he's been fucking having communication with Parnas, and he's trying to avoid it. He's suing CNN with a frivolous suit. He's big on that. Let's check out what Nunes says when he's asked by Fox News about this. And this is Fox. This isn't some liberal news organization. This is one organization that tries to help him out. So let's take a look-see at this fucker.
Talk about more of that coming up, but I just want to stick with this issue right now with regard to these phone calls. Because I remember back after 9/11, the collection of metadata was a very volatile subject. And in fact, Adam Schiff was among those who was very disturbed that terrorists
because he's friends with him and with them, and I've known Rudy Giuliani
Let me ask
for
you
over a
this,
decade.
though, just to clear the air, because I want to hear, what did you discuss with Lev Parnas?
Yeah, what did you discuss, fucker?
I don't even know, because I've never met Parnas, and I filed in federal court, and so it's a great question because many people want to know, including myself. So
You never had any.
Yeah, you want to know. You really fucking want to know. Well, who would know? You would know, because who would know? You! You fucking know. You're the one who talk with him. Why ask anybody else? You fucking talk with him. You remember that.
A phone conversation with him.
we have not been able to confirm that yet.
You don't think you would remember if you had a conversation?
We would not be able to confirm that? You would be able to confirm it, asshole. You're the one who spoke with him. You confirm it, fucker.
You have to remember, we are the House Intelligence Committee Oversight Committee, okay? So we get calls from people every day.
Yeah, you get calls from fucking an associate of Rudy Giuliani every fucking day. Lev Parnas, a guy you know is an associate of him. You fucker. You remember.
All walks of life. I get them from all over the world, allies and people that aren't our allies. In this case, I just don't know.
Now, were these
You don't fucking know. You don't fucking know. You fucking know. You're full of shit, and no reasonable person would believe you, you fucking piece of shit. You're a liar.
That's fun.
Well, we don't even know that. We don't even know that.
So you didn't have an opportunity to look at the phone numbers that are on there at all?
We're sitting with thousands of pages.
It's all we. We didn't do this. Couldn't do that. We got thousands of pages. It's about you, fucker. What came out of your mouth and what your ears heard. Don't make excuses. You either fucking talk with him or you didn't, and you would fucking remember unless you're a retard. You stupid fucker. You know what you're doing. And we do too.
Data, okay, of numbers. So somehow they went through there and found my cell number a few times, and what's even worse is that they selectively used my numbers in order to build on their conspiracy theory that somehow...
Well, you fucking talk to the guy, and he's right with it. He's part of this shit. He did all the fucking translating and shit. He's fucking from the Ukraine. He's born there, fucker. He's done real estate for Trump's co-ops. You know what he's fucking doing, you asshole. So, yeah, this guy's a motherfucker. He's a liar. He's lying since the beginning. Since the beginning with this bullshit. With the fucking Azores. With the fucking shit about environmentalists being Marxists. And then the shit about global warming. This bastard is all for money. The bastard is awful. Just fucking awful. He's worse than Jim Jordan, and Jim Jordan's the dirt of the earth. This piece of shit's gotta go. He's gotta go, but he's not. Because they're all protecting that piece of dirt president. And what you got is a piece of dirt Nunes. And this doesn't end here because he's going to keep doing it. And the Senate is going to let this fucker get away with it. He should be fucking impeached too. He's such a fucking liar. He should fucking go. Go! Go! See ya. And by the way, Devin Nunes, who are you anymore?